Okay, so what's up? So we're about to get into this good old read for whomever it may concern. What are the messages? What are the messages for whomever it may concern? What are the messages? What are the messages for whomever it may concern? What are the messages? Okay. So right now, as we speak, we have individuals who are talking about you, and the thing is that what they're talking about, they're discussing that you cannot be confused, and they cannot pull the wool over your eye. They cannot confuse you. They cannot create illusions, because individuals have been trying to create illusions and illusion magic. You have an individual that has been trying to confuse you. Okay, and the thing is that this person is corrupt. And the number one thing that they use to get what they want is to confuse people and emotionally manipulate them, okay, and put up smoke and mirrors. So they're always trying to make and convince people that there's something that they're not, okay? This is kind of what you call a hypocrite. To me, a hypocrite is somebody who just lacks balance. At one point in time, this person was in it to win it for the good fight. But along the way, the challenges is kind of like they lose hope and they lose faith. They lose faith. So they begin to learn like little patterns. They begin to learn like little schemes and little scams, little shortcuts, like holes and glitches within a system, so that they're able to corrupt it. But I feel like somebody is starting to see, they're starting to understand, rather they want to accept it or not, because I feel like this is happening subconsciously. They're starting to realize they cannot get over on the spirit. You know, when it comes to some of these systems in the world, you can get over, you can falsify stuff, you can make stuff look a certain way, you can try to confuse individuals, but when it comes to the spirit, you cannot do that. So the hypocrite is somebody who loses faith and hope in doing the right thing. So, you know, they begin to do something fucked up. Okay? But I mean, you have people talking. This is a system. This is the military, like chiefs. I mean, what is it? I don't know the fucking ranks. Okay, but I mean, you have sergeants, people. You have school systems. It could be school systems. It could be churches, military churches, government. But people are talking. Somebody is talking. And they're just like, leave this person alone, because this person is not confused. You cannot pull the wool over this person's eye. Okay, so the thing is that this person's character was actually being tested, and I mean, they didn't go through, you know, it didn't happen. The Hierophant can also represent a marriage, and then with the Seven of Cups, there's something there to where an individual is exploring their options on the outside of that commitment. A marriage or commitment. Let's just say commitment. So when it comes to any type of commitment that somebody has, it's kind of like they have been distracted or exploring their options. But the thing is that sometimes options and distractions are a good thing. Because when it comes to us committing to something, you know, people think that they have to be driven and they have to be in it 100% all the time. If you think about that, you know, you're not necessarily living. You're not enjoying the commitment. You're just doing what is expected of you all the time. So somebody has a bit of a rebel spirit. Okay, but my thing is, this is a big place. This is a conference. This is a conference meeting. It's a conference going on about you. Okay, and these people are talking. They're just like, we're not able to pull the wool over her eye, or over his eye. We cannot lie to him. We cannot confuse him. We cannot put up smoke and mirrors. Why is this no longer working? You see, this individual on the outside is kind of like, they were supposed to then stop doing what they're doing. They had a window. They had time to get their shit together. You know, at one point in time, they may have been corrupt, and maybe they needed to be corrupt, because everything in life can work for you, but it's about how you do it. It's not necessarily about what you do. It's about how you do it. But the thing is that it's kind of like, it's given like corruption and power hungry. You understand what I'm saying? So let's say, because I do kind of pick up, you're a woman and you were dealing with a man, and this man tried to make himself seem a certain way, but it's kind of like something happened to where you were able to see who this person truly was. And I'm going to tell you, when you see who people truly are, and when they know that you see them, they just come out. and then they start giving it all they got. They start being ruthless because now they want to take you out so you can't expose them to anybody else. But what they fail to realize is that they have been exposing them their own self the whole time. So it doesn't matter. Okay? At one point in time, this person was chosen, but, you know, it's kind of like they have, the mission is over. What they were chosen for, what they were chosen to do is over now. So they serve their purpose. Okay? They serve the purpose. So the point of this person, it was to help you to be able to see through the illusions that people be putting up. Okay? So in the position of your mind, in your crown, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay? So I'm picking up on that as something that you are doing consistently. This is a pursuit. You are in pursuit of something. Okay? You have Judgment in reverse. Four of Cups in reverse. Knight of Swords. Seven of Wands. Six of Cups. And then you have the Page of Wands. So the reversals are going to be over here. They're going to go to this outside party, this group of people, this organization, who the fuck ever. Okay? I do see a conference room. Okay? I see myself sitting at this table with a bunch of people. It's kind of blurry. But I can tell that I'm in a conference room. I mean, and I'm surrounded around other people. Okay? Men and women. And people are dressed in business attire. Okay? So you have Judgment here. There's no discernment. Individuals have missed an opportunity. So if a person or people have been up to some wicked shit, like trying to create illusions, like the illusion magic and all that type of stuff, or maybe they have just been corrupt, you know, with trying to confuse people, lying to people, being a distraction and all this type of stuff to other individuals on purpose. There's a lot going on with this situation. There's so much behind the scenes. It's ridiculous about what's going on in this situation. Okay? And with these people. But the thing is that these individuals are fully aware that they had a time limit and a time span to turn things around, to turn the corruption around. And they didn't do that. They kept persisting with trying to be manipulated. Because I'm going to tell you, when it comes time for individuals to have to confess the things in which that they have done, you know, they'll say to themselves, oh, I can do it. I'm going to do it. And then when they're face to face with that individual or with that person, they choke up and they revert back to their same ways. It's over for these individuals now. The final judgment has been called. Okay? So these people missed out. They had the chance to make it right. They didn't make it right. If this is a man dealing and you're a woman, this man had the chance to make it right with you, but he didn't. And he's very upset about that. Okay? And so the thing is that you're going to see his ugly head for a while. Because he's somewhere talking about you. So you're going to have to deal with something. You're going to have to deal with something from him. Okay? But, I mean, it's not in your face. It's not in your reality. The thing is that this person wanted to create illusions and making you think that you lost out on an opportunity, maybe with them, or maybe with something else or somebody else. Okay? They trying to make it seem like you don't have good judgment within your life. Okay? Everything that they're going through, everything that they are being charged with spiritually, because this is a spiritual criminal, which means that these people or this person have been committing spiritual criminal acts. And the time is up. It's over. Okay? They have been doing this towards you and it is unjust. And these individuals have been going to authorities, or they have authority. They don't have it anymore. And if they were dealing with corrupt authorities, everybody's going down. There's 3 people in particular who this reading is for. So when it comes to you, you are in the pursuit of something. It could be happiness. It could be abundance. It could be stability. It could be reaping your harvest and just enjoying your life. Okay? Somebody here has questions. It could be 2 people, but somebody has questions for you. However, you're not really the one for the questions right now. Like, you don't have time. It's kind of like somebody wants to interview you, but right now you don't have the energy to sit down and answer somebody's questions, because you're dealing with people, you're dealing with opposition, and your opposition is trying to do things to oppress you. Okay? So this is definitely spiritual warfare. It's kind of like it's given I don't know. it's so many wars. It could be a race war, it could be a gender war, it could be something having to do with religion, anything like that. It doesn't matter. But I mean, you're not able to really answer somebody's questions right now because you're too busy defending yourself. Okay, so the thing is that somebody ends up coming in and assisting you with whatever it is in which that you have going on. This person who is assisting you is here to help remind you of who you truly are. They're like, remember who you are. Even during the fight, remember who you are. Remember the point. Remember the purpose. This is somebody who is very caring, somebody who really cares about you. Okay, so then you're going to end it off with the Page of Wands. Okay, so the it's going to be lined up with the individual who has these questions for you. So eventually you're going to get to this interview, or you're going to get to be able to be in a position to where you can answer somebody's questions. Somebody is looking for the truth. But I just kind of feel like the conversation that you have to have with them, it's a conversation that, it's a serious conversation that needs to be had. It's not necessarily a conversation you can have over social media, that you can do through text or even talk on the phone. This is more so of a conversation that needs to take place like face to face, is what I pick up here. I feel like somebody wants to ask you, questions. Is this about, what is this? I feel like it's something playful. It's something kind of like childlike and playful. Somebody may want to take you out on a date. And so they may want to ask you, you know, what is your ideal of a date? Is that what's going on here? Oh, okay. Okay. So this person understands that you are not ignoring them. I don't think that, I think that they really want to go out with you anyway. So, I mean, I don't think that this person is going to give up with asking you, you know, what your ideal date is. What is your ideal of fun? What is your ideal of a date, like a great date? What is it going to take? Okay, so this could be a man, right? So he's just like, what is it going to take? What can I do? What do you want to do so that you feel comfortable with opening yourself up to me? Meaning that this individual, it's like they want a one-night stand, but they don't want to be rude. They don't want to insult you. They don't want like a negative response. They don't want you to take them the wrong way with them asking you that question. Okay. So my thing is, you could be thinking about how consistent somebody else is being in their life, or how consistent they're being in pursuing you. You know, or maybe a situation. It could be a work situation. But the Page of Wands can represent too. Somebody is just like, you're always fucking working. You're always working. Work is always on your mind. Like, what is it going to take to get you away from doing work? Like, what is it going to take? Okay, so this person, okay. And this makes a little more sense. Because I do feel the hesitation of this person, like maybe wanting a one-night stand and wanting to get to the point, but not wanting to offend you or be rude. So, but at the same time, it can represent, somebody is saying, maybe you work too much. What is it going to take to get you away from work? Okay. What is it going to take for you to live a little bit more, for you to have some fun, for you to get laid? You understand what I'm saying? Like what is it? Okay. So that's going to be the reading. So until the next time, we'll talk again. Thank you.